Hi, I'm Melodie Bowler, Director of Publications at the Capital Research Center. For my article series, Doing Good, Effective Alternatives to the Welfare State, this month I interviewed Chenelyn Barker, a fellow member of the Capital Research Center, about the Turkey Thicket Gardeners Association in northeastern Washington, D.C., which she co-founded. I expected to learn about how to create a community garden, the challenges of dealing with government bureaucracy, and the benefits that people receive from being a member of a community garden. To my surprise, I instead learned about what a community is, the cultivation that a community needs to exist, and the benefits received from living in and being part of a community. I'll let Chenelyn speak for herself.
Hello, I'm Chenelyn. Before we founded our garden, the lot that would become its home was simply empty concrete, like a parking lot without the car spaces. Next door was a nearly dilapidated playground. The community and the Department of Parks and Recreation got together to rebuild the playground. Simultaneously, when they were building the new playground, which I'm biased, I think is the best public park in Ward 5, they built the garden with the raised garden beds. But it wasn't exactly a home run for the DC government or the city. They decided to take the clay dirt from the playground to fill the garden boxes, which can be difficult to grow in. So we had to amend the dirt, or some chose to remove the dirt completely and refill the plots. But now it's done, and we're working toward integrating the garden into the community to help it flourish. That's what it's about. Government is not going to be able to do enough to help our communities. We have to get our problems solved as individual citizens to do what government cannot do for us. Eating fresh food should not be limited by your income. Everyone should be able to have fresh food in their backyard, and gardening is the simplest way to educate yourself about that. We just want to engage the community and provide them with the tools to educate themselves on where their food comes from and finding low-cost, healthy alternatives that teach themselves self-responsibility as individuals and for their families. What I'm most proud of is that the garden brings people together. It holds us accountable to one another and provides us with the both tangible and intangible resources we can never get from government assistance. At this year's meet and greet, gardeners and the community members got a chance to meet each other. It seems simple, but it's just getting to know one another is the first step in creating a strong community. The TTGA has created a meeting place for all community members, which strengthens the bonds of the community by creating shared responsibility. When neighbors get to know each other and everyone uses public spaces, the entire neighborhood begins to feel like home, and people who are connected to the community treat their shared home with respect.
To learn more, please click the link on your right to the full story on our website. If you liked this video, please subscribe to us on YouTube, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. Thanks for watching.